after death.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful.
Muhammad will see mankind as drunken, yet they will not be drunken, but the doom of Allah will be strong upon them. Lo, the doom of thy Lord will surely come to pass. There is none that can ward it off, on the day when the heaven will heave with awful heaving, and the mountains move away with awful movement. Men ask, lo, the hour is surely coming, there is no doubt thereof, yet most of mankind believe not. But when the shout cometh, on the day when a man fleeth from his brother, and his mother, and his father, and his wife, and his children, every man that day will have concern enough to make him heedless of others. And when the trumpet shall sound one blast, and the earth with the mountains shall be lifted up and crushed with one crash, then on that day will the event befall, and the heaven will split asunder, for that day it will be frail. Then how, if ye disbelieve, will ye protect yourselves upon the day which will turn children grey, the very heaven being then rent asunder? His promise is to be fulfilled. Lo, this is a reminder, let him who will then choose a way unto his Lord. There is not a township, but we shall destroy it ere the day of resurrection, or punish it with dire punishment. That is set forth in the book of our decrees. This life of the world is but a pastime and a game. Lo, the home of the hereafter, that is life, if they but knew. Nay, but ye do love the fleeting now, and neglect the hereafter. Every one that is thereon will pass away. There remaineth but the countenance of thy Lord of might and glory. Answer the call of your Lord, before there cometh unto you from Allah a day which there is no averting. Ye have no refuge on that day, nor have ye any power of refusal. They ask thee of the destined hour. When will it come to port? Say, knowledge thereof is with my Lord only. He alone will manifest it at its proper time. It is heavy in the heavens and the earth. It cometh not to you save unawares. They question thee as if thou couldst be well informed thereof. Say, knowledge thereof is with Allah only, but most of mankind know not. And unto Allah belongeth the unseen of the heavens and the earth. And the matter of the hour of doom is but as a twinkling of the eye, or it is nearer still. Lo, Allah is able to do all things. Unto him is the return of all of you. It is a promise of Allah in truth. Lo, he produceth creation, then reproduceth it, that he may reward those who believe and do good works with equity. While, as for those who disbelieve, theirs will be a boiling drink and painful doom, because they disbelieved. And man saith, When I am dead, shall I forsooth be brought forth alive? Doth not man remember that we created him before, when he was naught? And they say, When we are bones and fragments, shall we forsooth be raised up as a new creation? Nay, be ye stones or iron, or some created thing that is yet greater in your thoughts. Then they will say, Who shall bring us back to life? Say, He who created you at the first. Then will they shake their heads at thee, and say, When will it be? Say, It will perhaps be soon. A day when he will call you, and ye will answer with his praise, and ye will think that ye have tarried but a little while. O mankind, if ye are in doubt concerning the resurrection, then lo, we have created you from dust, then from a drop of seed, then from a clot, then from a little lump of flesh, shapely and shapeless, that we may make it clear for you. And we cause what we will to remain in the wombs for an appointed time. And afterward we bring you forth as infants, then give you growth, that ye attain your full strength. And among you there is he who dieth young, and among you there is he who is brought back to the most abject time of life, so that after knowledge he knoweth naught. And thou, Muhammad, seest the earth barren, but when we send down water thereon, it doth thrill and swell, and put forth every lovely kind of growth. That is because Allah, He is the truth. Lo, He quickeneth the dead, and lo, He is able to do all things. And because the hour will come, there is no doubt thereof, and because Allah will raise those who are in the graves. Hath not man seen that we have created him from a drop of seed? Yet lo, he is an open opponent. And he hath coined for us a similitude, and hath forgotten the fact of his creation, saying, Who will revive these bones when they have rotted away? Say, he will revive them who produced them at the first, for he is knower of every creation. Look, therefore, at the prints of Allah's mercy in creation, how he quickeneth the earth after her death. Lo, he verily is the quickener of the dead, and he is able to do all things. Allah receiveth men's souls at the time of their death, and that soul which dieth not yet in its sleep. He keepeth that soul for which he hath ordained death, and dismisseth the rest till an appointed term. Lo, herein verily are portents for people who take thought. Have they not seen that Allah, who created the heavens and the earth and was not wearied by their creation, is able to give life to the dead? Aye, he verily is able to do all things. And the trumpet is blown, and all who are in the heavens and the earth swoon away, save him whom Allah willeth. Then it is blown a second time, and behold them standing, waiting. Lo, the day of decision is a fixed time, a day when the trumpet is blown, and ye come in multitudes. And the heaven is opened and becometh as gate, and the hills are set in motion and become as a mirage. With downcast eyes they come forth from the graves as they were locusts spread abroad. Hastening toward the summoner, the disbelievers say, this is a hard day. On the day when the earth splitteth asunder from them, hastening forth they come. That is a gathering easy for us to make. And the trumpet is blown, and lo, from the graves they hie unto their Lord, crying, Woe upon us! Who hath raised us from our place of sleep? This is that which the Beneficent did promise, and the messengers spoke truth. It is but one shout, and behold them brought together before us. Deemed ye then that we had created you for naught, and that ye would not be returned unto us?
That day mankind will issue forth in scattered groups to be shown their deeds.
On that day they follow the summoner who deceiveth not, and voices are hushed for the Beneficent, and thou hearest but a faint murmur. The day when they come forth, nothing of them being hidden from Allah. Whose is the sovereignty this day? It is Allah's, the One, the Almighty. This day is each soul requited that which it hath earned. No wrong is done this day. Lo, Allah is swift at reckoning. Warn them, O Muhammad, of the day of the approaching doom, when the heart will be choking the throats, when there will be no friend for the wrongdoers, nor any intercessor who will be heard. They indeed are losers who deny their meeting with Allah, until when the hour cometh on them, suddenly they cry, Alas for us that we neglected it. They bear upon their backs their burdens. Ah, evil is that which they bear. And they are set before thy Lord in ranks, and it is said unto them, Now verily have ye come unto us as we created you at the first. But ye thought that we had set no tryst for you. Their reckoning draweth nigh for mankind, while they turn away in heedlessness. And every man's augury have we fastened to his own neck, and we shall bring forth for him on the day of resurrection a book which he will find wide open. And it will be said unto him, Read thy book. Thy soul sufficeth as reckoner against thee this day. And the book is placed, and thou seest the guilty fearful of that which is therein. And they say, What kind of a book is this, that leaveth not a small thing nor a great thing, but hath counted it? And they find all that they did confronting them, and thy Lord wrongeth no one. On that day ye will be exposed, not a secret of you will be hidden. Then, as for him who is given his record in his right hand, he will say, "Take, read my book. Surely I knew that I should have to meet my reckoning." Then he will be in a blissful state, in a high garden, whereof the clusters are in easy reach. And it will be said unto those therein, "Eat and drink at ease, for that which ye sent on before you in past days." But as for him who is given his record in his left hand, he will say, "Oh, would that I had not been given my book, and knew not what my reckoning. Oh, would that it had been death. My wealth hath not availed me, my power hath gone from me." It will be said, "Take him and fetter him, and then expose him to hell fire, and then insert him in a chain whereof the length is 70 cubits. Lo, he used not to believe in Allah the Tremendous, and urged not on the feeding of the wretched. Therefore hath he no lover here this day, nor any food save filth, which none but sinners eat." And we set a just balance for the day of resurrection, so that no soul is wronged in aught, though it be of the weight of a grain of mustard seed. We bring it, and we suffice for reckoners. The weighing on that day is the true weighing. As for those whose scale is heavy, they are the successful. And as for those whose scale is light, those are they who lose their souls, because they disbelieved our revelations. On the day when every soul will find itself confronted with all that it hath done of good and all that it hath done of evil, every soul will long that there might be a mighty space of distance between it and that evil. Allah biddeth you beware of him, and Allah is full of pity for his bondmen. On that day faces will be bright as dawn, laughing, rejoicing at good news, and other faces on that day with dust upon them, veiled in darkness. Those are the disbelievers, the wicked. On the day when every soul will come pleading for itself, and every soul will be repaid what it did, and they will not be wronged. Friends on that day will be foes one to another, save those who kept their duty to Allah. They all come forth unto their Lord. Then those who were despised say unto those who were scornful, "We were unto you a following. Can ye then avert from us aught of Allah's doom?" They say, "Had Allah guided us, we should have guided you. Whether we rage or patiently endure is now all one for us. We have no place of refuge." And Satan saith, when the matter hath been decided, "Lo, Allah promised you a promise of truth, and I promised you, then failed you. And I had no power over you, save that I called unto you, and ye obeyed me. So blame me not, but blame yourselves. I cannot help you, nor can ye help me. Lo, I disbelieved in that which ye before ascribed to me. Lo, for wrongdoers is a painful doom." The day when the sky will become as molten copper, and the hills become as flakes of wool, and no familiar friend will ask a question of his friend, though they will be given sight of them. The guilty man will long to be able to ransom himself from the punishment of that day at the price of his children, and his spouse, and his brother, and his kin that harbored him, and all that are in the earth, if then it might deliver him. But nay, for lo, it is the fire of hell, eager to roast. It calleth him who turned and fled from truth, and hoarded wealth and withheld it. O mankind, keep your duty to your Lord, and fear a day when the parent will not be able to avail the child in aught, nor the child to avail the parent. Lo, Allah's promise is the very truth. Let not the life of the world beguile you, nor let the deceiver beguile you in regard to Allah. The guilty will be known by their marks, and will be taken by the forelocks and the feet. Thou wilt see the guilty on that day, linked together in chains, their raiment of pitch, and the fire covering their faces. On the day when thou, Muhammad, wilt see the believers, men and women, their light shining forth before them and on their right hands, and wilt hear it said unto them, Glad news for you this day, gardens underneath which rivers flow, wherein ye are immortal. That is the supreme triumph. Allah saith, This is a day in which their truthfulness profiteth the truthful. For theirs are gardens underneath which rivers flow, wherein they are secure forever. Allah taking pleasure in them, and they in him. That is the great triumph. In the day when the hour cometh, in that day they will be sundered. As for those who believed and did good works, they will be made happy in a garden. But as for those who disbelieved and denied our revelations and denied the meeting of the hereafter, such will be brought to doom. Couldst thou but see when they are terrified with no escape, and are seized from near at hand, and say, We now believe therein, but how can they reach faith from afar off? When they disbelieved in it of yore, they aim at the unseen from afar off, and a gulf is set between them and that which they desire, as was done for people of their kind of old. Lo, they were in hopeless doubt. Woe unto the repudiators on that day! It will be said unto them, Depart unto that doom which ye used to deny. Depart unto the shadow falling threefold, which yet is no relief nor shelter from the flame. No, it throweth up sparks like the castles, or as it might be camels of bright yellow hue. Woe unto the repudiators on that day! When it seeth them from afar, they hear the crackling and the roar thereof. But when they see it nigh, the faces of those who disbelieve will be awry, and it will be said unto them, This is that for which ye used to call. And make mention of the day when the enemies of Allah are gathered unto the fire. They are driven on, till when they reach it, their ears and their eyes and their skins testify against them as to what they used to do. And they say unto their skins, Why testify ye against us? They say, Allah hath given us speech, who giveth speech to all things, and who created you at the first, and unto whom ye are returned. Ye did not hide yourselves, lest your ears and your eyes and your skins should testify against you, but ye deemed that Allah knew not much of what ye did. That your thought which ye did think about your Lord hath ruined you, and ye find yourselves this day among the lost. And though they are resigned, yet the fire is still their home, and if they ask for favor, yet they are not of those unto whom favor can be shown. And by thy Lord, verily, we shall assemble them and the devils. Then we shall bring them crouching around hell. Then we shall pluck out from every sect whichever of them was most stubborn in rebellion to the Beneficent. And surely we are best aware of those most worthy to be burnt therein. There is not one of you but shall approach it. That is a fixed ordinance of thy Lord. Then we shall rescue those who kept from evil, and leave the evildoers crouching there.
And hell is brought near that day. On that day man will remember. But how will the remembrance then avail him? He will say, Ah, would that I had sent before me some provision for my life. None punisheth as he will punish on that day.
And the guilty behold the fire, and know that they are about to fall therein, and they find no way of escape thence. And if each soul that doth wrong had all that is in the earth, it would seek to ransom itself therewith, and they will feel remorse within them when they see the doom. But it hath been judged between them fairly, and they are not wronged.